Hey Rodney, Viola here. How you doing? I wanted to quickly go through your website here and just go through a couple of your competitors and then talk about a couple of things I can help you with. All right, for starters, love the way your site looks. It's amazing. I love that you have a clickable call to action, which is super important, especially considering 99% of the people that land on your site will be using their mobile phone. Actually, I went ahead and took a screenshot of what it looks like on the mobile phone, so you definitely want to make it easy for them to be able to reach out to someone. I'm going to suggest that you guys, it's overlapping a little bit, so to just clear it out, but it's still clickable. So kudos to you guys on that. All right, let's continue scrolling here. Love the video in the background. All right, awesome. Okay, so and that's it. Google likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on here, and that's for two reasons. The first reason is because Google has crawlers, and they're crawling the site because they're trying to figure out exactly what areas you serve and what services you offer. Now, imagine if you had on here a bunch of times HVAC in Lawrenceville, which I do see a little bit of it here. Um, Google will be willing to put you higher up in the search results because when someone is searching for that, they know it's very clear what it is what service you offer and the location that you offer it in. Now, I noticed you had Atlanta on here as well too. So you definitely want to keep these separate. So if you have an Atlanta service, like if you're servicing Atlanta versus Lawrenceville, etc., definitely keep the businesses separate. And I'll explain to you why. When somebody goes to Google and they're typing in HVAC in Atlanta, Georgia, the first thing we see are the Google paid ads, right? And then we see more paid ads. And then there's this section here, which is the map pack. This has everything to do with the citation. So basically your business name, address, and phone number listed throughout different directories across the World Wide Web, such as directories like Yellow Pages, White Pages, Yext, Reddit. I mean, you name it, there are thousands of different directories to get into. But the strategy to win here is to find out exactly how many citations does a top competitor have. Not this one, because as you can see, it's sponsored, so they're paying to be there. But if Moncrief Heating and Air has 250 citations, you want to make sure you're getting at least 300 every single month. So you know you're outranking them month after month after month. Because if we click on this, you and I both know we're going to find about three other businesses that are doing the same thing in the same areas, but nobody goes past page one for anything, right? And then if you go down here, this is the organic section. We all know Reliable Heating and Air, and they're ranking in the number one spot in Atlanta. So I went ahead and pulled them up. This is their page and what it looks like. Honestly, you guys have about the same amount of content. So obviously, it's not just the content that's helping them to rank in that number one spot for the Atlanta search, but there's a few more ranking factors. I'm going to hop over to this tool that I use called Ahrefs, and it just lets me see the back end of the site and what's going on with it. The first thing you see essentially is a DR, and that's a power flow from Google. And then you see the UR, and that's a trust flow. Both of these numbers are increased by something called a backlink. And all a backlink simply is an endorsement from another company with a clickable link on it. So when someone clicks on that, in other words, there's another website and there's a clickable link on that site. So when somebody clicks on it, it transfers over power and it transfers trust over. Obviously, this is clickable, and I could go in here and see what's working for them and how it could work for you. But I'm going to get in front of these keywords that they're being ranked for. So for example, Atlanta HVAC, this is telling us that 450 people look for this keyword on a monthly basis. This company is in the number 2 position for this keyword, and they get 172 calls per month just from that one keyword. Then you also have AC Repair Atlanta, 400 people look for that per month. They're in the number 1 position for that, and 114 people, they get calls from 114 out of the 400. So these are the type of keywords that you want to have implemented if you guys are servicing Atlanta on that particular homepage. But let's say, for example, you guys are solely focused HVAC repair in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So the same thing applies, right? This is a Google search for that. First thing you see are the paid ads. Then you run across the map pack, a totally different set of businesses in the map pack section. So again, take the top company, find out what is applying. And once again, notice Reliable Heating and Air is in the number 1 spot again, but this is not for that same home Atlanta page. This is for their Lawrenceville, Georgia page. So I pulled this page up right here. This is their page here. Notice as soon as you land here, first thing you see is Lawrenceville, Georgia, heating and AC repair near me. Just so you can see the difference. It looks the same as their other page, their Atlanta page, but it is a little different. You know, as far as everything in the header, etc., looks the same and right below it, but the picture and the words are different. Okay, so this is what that page is. And in order to outrank them, because honestly, you guys have about the same amount of content, once again, I pulled them up in this tool so we can see what they're doing on the back end. So I want to show you the front. Notice that their DR and UR for this back page isn't as powerful, but they're being found for 37 keywords and getting 139 calls per month just from those keywords. So what are the keywords? HVAC, Lawrenceville, Georgia, 250 people look for that. They're in the number 2 position and they get 41 calls for that. So cumulatively, they're being found for all these keywords, and these are the traffic that they're getting per keyword. So these are the keywords you want to get in front of and that you want to be found for. So that way, when somebody does click on it, not only do they find your site, but that's just going to turn into more customers that you guys are going to be able to land. And I know you mentioned that you're booked out for about 3 weeks, but if you are interested in growing the company, this is a strategy that you're going to want to take in order to get there. Lastly, I do want to show you, Rodney, your business in the same exact tool. This is pretty much the effect of you guys having some type of work done. I mean, because having 18 businesses referring back to you, having some backlinks. But I wanted to point this out. You are being found for 64 keywords, but you guys are only getting 18 calls per month. Whereas the reliable air page is being found for 37 keywords and they're getting 130. So there's less keywords they're being found for and they're getting more traffic from it. So you want to hyper focus on those keywords I went over so you guys can have a more impactful reaction as far as people contacting you guys and booking your services. But other than that, that's all I have for you, Rodney. I really hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. I am located in Gwinnett County as well. Other than that, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video for the 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Have a wonderful day. Take care.